of experience in real estate with developers and property consultants across the globe. Mr. Dutt brings a lot to the table. He is managing 20 ongoing projects across 15 cities in India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives, which includes commercial, retail, hospitality, and residential. He is also involved in the management of the infrastructure projects, which includes 3 ropeways, 4 roadways, and a metro project in Pune. We are truly honored to have him as our guest on our show today. Welcome to the show, Mr. Dutt.
Thank you.
A hearty welcome to you, Mr. Dutt, and thank you so much for taking out time today for this conversation.
Thank you very much.
Your LinkedIn bio starts with a statement: whatever you do, be exceptional. Is being exceptional that vital?
I believe so. In last 30 years of my professional life, I've seen impact on life, at work, and whatever you want to pursue. And that can only come when you're actually good at whatever you do. I think there's no good or bad job. Every job is good. And if you do it to an exceptional level, you actually make a difference.
Do you feel the changing work patterns, especially working from home, will harm the real estate market for commercial property?
Not at all. I believe in last 10 or 15 years, a lot has already changed. Work from home, or work from a coffee shop, or work from a restaurant, or wherever you need to be without being disturbed, and you're able to solve your job or business, you can. So I think if you really look at it, real estate is not impacted. There'll be some changes. So it's a hybrid.
Okay, so it is not impacted, there is a change.
There is a change.
Okay.
And change, we know we have embraced it.
Yeah.
20 years ago, when India lost call center business to Philippines, 40,000 jobs, people said real estate demand will come down. Okay. Then came the global financial crisis. People said demand for office will come down. Then came the pandemic and many other things. And people also said that India's cost arbitrage, that India is a cheap country, but with rising salaries, the cost competitiveness will not exist and India will lose out. Nothing has happened. From 15 to 20 million square feet of office demand a year, in 2019 we reached 49 million square feet. Even during pandemic of 2020, while 4% of the workforce was working from office, some places even less, they paid 100% of the rent. They were able to work from home because you and I could access our system from the server, which is in the office.
Oh yeah.
Which is connected, correct? You could also adapt quickly. The top IT companies' revenues actually went up. Hiring actually went up. Now, it is true, the onboarding of talent was digitally done, and they were working in Lucknow, Kanpur, Coimbatore, Nagpur, etc., and they were working in a multinational company, so-called with their operations in Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, etc., But you could work. Now, the same new pandemic disruption will bring about some more changes. Maybe what we call is we will repurpose real estate and responsible real estate. Let me add to it. Repurposing is, let's make our spaces more flexible and dynamic, where we have more collaboration, more training and development and learning, more interaction, some work, but most of the other is related to productivity, right? Responsible real estate means you're sustainable, green, you use your energy efficiently, and because you and I would not be traveling frequently to office, we'll save commuting hours in the peak of the week. At least you'll save 2 hours a day. So you're saving, 14 hours in a week minimum. So you're causing less carbon footprint, and therefore you're contributing in a way to the environment. So I think all these things will play out. Does it mean you will not come to office? The answer is no. In our recent study, we realized that many of the businesses, you cannot work from home. Hospitals. So I think certain businesses you can't. Shockingly and surprisingly, whatever the debate is all about for work from home is only 10% of the population that we are talking about. Rest 90% will have to work. So if 10% of the population is what we are debating, maybe 20-30% of that workforce will work from home. Big deal. While real estate demand for office may come down, but the growth of the business will still require them to grow, right? If we're going to grow from 2 trillion to 5 trillion, the same business will grow and add more people. So you will still grow in real estate. You will still grow in spending in shopping centers. You will still grow in cinema. You'll still grow on digital cinema or whatever. So I think that clubbed with new businesses. 10 years ago, Amazon, Flipkart did not exist in terms of scale of real estate in India. Today, each of those companies will be 10 million square feet each, right? So I believe that next 10 years, you will have a stable 30 to 35 million square feet of office demand every year, despite this disruption.
You have taken us, through a very interesting statistic. We were not aware of that. How do you think the pandemic will change the need for infrastructure? Like, do we need to create more inclusive infrastructure that could accommodate situations like a pandemic?
I think every large event that happens globally or locally leaves an impact. 10, 15 years ago, we were discussing terrorism. Yeah. Now, every hotel has an X-ray machine and a metal detector. Every airport does it. It's now part of your life. It used to be quite difficult initially for all of us to adapt. I think pandemic has left behind a lot of thoughts in our mind. One is the touchless experience in office buildings, and now we are promoting towards Resi. Indoor air quality is the second thought process, and wellness, both mental wellness and physical wellness, is being paid a lot of attention to. I think during pandemic, we also realized that the urban centers are more prone to pandemic, and therefore most of the people were going outside the city to escape the pandemic. How can you bring the outside of nature into the home or to the society or the building or the complex is what a lot of people are doing. A lot of design element changes will also being seen. So the architecture is going to change, I think, to incorporate the impressions that are left on our mind thanks to the pandemic. A lot of new technology, whether it is energy efficiency or air conditioning systems in the building, ventilation, all will go through a change, and that all will bring about a disruption in our sector. Companies which will innovate and be more relevant and repurpose their business will benefit the most, and we intend to incorporate all of those.
So you were talking about architects and how do you think architects, interior designers, product designers should sustain and thrive in these critical times?
The most obvious question last 18 months when we were looking at the ceiling of our bedroom or a living room was that how can I escape? In a place like Mumbai, because balconies consume FSI, developers stopped building balconies, because if you're paying for the FSI, you might as well give a covered larger bedroom or a larger living room, right? I think developers are going to think. I think architects are going to think, because the consumers will demand that I want to be able to step out. Even if there is no large park in the complex, experience some connect with the nature.
At least they deserve that much of change.
They deserve that. I think they will demand that.
Yeah.
So I think developers will adapt. architects will listen to what developers and consumer want, and whatever spaces that we were designing outside in the complex, a lot more landscape nature will be more visible in the times to come. A lot of rain harvesting, energy related initiatives will also be taken.
So at SpaceX, we have SpaceX Design Awards, which allow people from the fraternity to participate in various categories and earn recognition. Do you think such awards can inspire creative minds to excel their boundaries?
If you have a very robust governance structure and merit-based, and if you recognize people who are playing a major role in the industry, they're actually the backbone of this industry, absolutely yes.
So that's the reason we have you on our steering committee. So you are a part of SpaceX Design Awards steering committee. So through this, the entire process of SpaceX Awards, do our participants or aspiring architects will get a chance to work with Tata Group?
I think most organizations are always looking for talent and creative teams. We believe in outsourcing work, so that's a very good answer to begin with, that most of the vendors out there we are seeking. We have very specific business strategy. If some of those organizations and vendors are a good fit for our business, we'll certainly be exploring all of those. And I think opportunities like this will give us an opportunity to meet so much of talent that exists in the industry. So thank you for bringing all of it together. And maybe people who've not got the opportunity to showcase their capability and creativity would have access to the decision makers.
That's
so certainly yes.
Yes. So being on a steering committee, what do you expect from our participants, the architects and interior designers or students? What do you expect from them?
I think it's the discipline, conviction, and seriousness that you need to bring about. Once you're passionate about it, you genuinely believe in something, and you table that case study for the jury to kind of analyze. I think you will see a substantial success.
Now it's a time for rapid fire, if you don't mind. Okay, so get ready. A person who inspires you the most. It's a rapid fire. A person who inspires you the most.
My mother, when it comes to be selfless.
A book that you have read more than once.
Blink.
A habit that every person must have.
Transparency and trust.
How would you define success in one word?
Achieving happiness.
Oh, that's good. A golden message for budding architects.
Always strive for relevance in the world.
So that's the end of rapid fire. Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule, and thank you so much for being a part of SpaceX Design Awards.
Thank you very much
so much.